here. Okay. I'll be honest with you. I did not come here as a desire to like help somebody and like really make a difference. Like I just needed to make $1,000. Like actually, I wasn't even the one trying to come here. I kind of basically told Taylor to come here. You guys, most of you guys know that story. But for us, what happened was we had no other option. And once we saw this presentation, I watched this video that we're going to go through tonight. And you're not watching a video, but I watched this training and I saw the concepts and the Crusades and what we do and how we help people. And I was like, man, I have to like, this is so much bigger than just me making a little bit of extra money. Like I can make a little bit of extra money and make a big impact and really help somebody in their finances at the same time. And when we started doing it and we started getting paid for doing it, it was just awesome. And so guys, I'm just fired up for what we're doing. So I'm going to hit on a couple of things real quick, a couple announcements. First off, I want to give a huge shout out to Mihaela on Josh's team, who set like 1,000 kitchen tables today. She set 3 or 4 kitchen tables on her own. That's a big deal. She also did $1,000 in premium yesterday, got double credit. She came up out of nowhere. She's in like 3rd place for Universal right now, which is awesome. So great job, Mihaela. I also want to give a shout out to Abe. Abe got started not even 2 weeks, probably almost actually a week ago Monday, I believe. And he's been on every meeting with his camera on. He's never late. And I'm just super excited for what he's doing. He's got, I think, 1 or 2 recruits as well. He's doing good things. And Stebbin is 3 recruits by 1,000 in premium in a week. And then we have Hugo and Robin as well. They're at 14 recruits on their team and 4,000 in premium in less than 10 days. And it's just crazy, guys. There's so many of you guys doing big things right now. And I'm super proud of everybody. Larissa also on Karen's team. Guys, we got a lot of people moving right now. And here's the thing, like we can move and we can move together and we can make a big difference in what's going on. And you should be so proud of yourself. And guys, we're 3 people away from a record since we started this run on our meeting attendance for tonight. So get your people on. We got a lot of new people on, a lot of older people aren't on, right? Not old in age, old in amount of time in Primerica. So get your friends on. But guys, we're fighting for this Universal trip right now. Type I'm fighting if you're fighting to win this trip to Universal, guys. Everything paid for. Flights and stuff like that can be reimbursed if you guys qualify for that, which we'll talk about to the winners. Guys, listen, like you got to fight for this thing. It's going to be incredible. We're 1 week in. I just want to read off a rough scoreboard for you. Okay. This is not exact. It's not perfect. But it's very close. So right now on the recruiting side, there's a 6-way tie with 2 recruits. Okay. So we got Jenna, David, Robin and Hugo, Stebbin and Jasmine, Tammy, and Josh and Stephanie, all with 2 recruits. Currently in first place in personal premium, we have Karen, aka my mom, with 3,733. We've got Cass and KJ with 2,900, and Tammy with 2,700, and then Josh and Mihaela right behind with 2,088. Guys, builders production points, not even going to try to figure that out right now because you guys are just crushing it. That'll be updated every 2 to 3 weeks. And so don't like be texting me asking for that. But guys, listen, like there is so much big, like so many big things happening right now. So many people moving and fighting for this trip. You guys should be super proud of yourselves. So guys, give it up for each other in the chat, guys. Just, guys, I'm excited, man. This is incredible. This trip, this incentive is pushing you guys just like I thought it would. Guys, I really believe right now that this is going to be the 100 by 100 month. I believe this is going to be, Josh, what we've been talking about for 6 months. Like, I think some of you guys are going to have big breakthroughs this month, and we're going to see some crazy stuff happen towards month end, leading up to that last that leadership school. And that's the last thing, guys, I wanted to talk about with you all this afternoon before we jump onto our actual 101 is the Tampa Bay Leadership School. So guys, you got to go to tampabayleadershipschool.com. All right. That's this coming, the end of the month, not this coming weekend. That would be awesome. I wish it was this weekend, but it's in about 3 weekends. It's here in Florida. It's in Lakeland, Florida. Guys, when you come to the website, the password is lowercase TBLS. If someone, actually I could do this. If someone can drop this in the Zoom chat, but it's literally copy and paste. I got you. Don't worry, Josh. So click on the link, guys. It's going to take you straight to the website, lowercase TBLS. And then that's going to take you to the page that you see currently on my screen right now. Once you get here, guys, you're going to go to tickets. And then you got to click on get tickets like 48 times. They're in the process of making the next events page a little bit nicer than this. And then you go here and then you click on get tickets again. I know Larissa, you probably never would have guessed, got to click get tickets, right? It's wild. Then you go here and then you click on the quantity of tickets. They're 35 bucks a piece. Guys, this is paying for the venue, is paying for the flights and the hotel, for the speaker. Guys, this is going to be an incredible event. My trainer, Andy Onstead, is the one that's speaking. He just crossed $400,000 in yearly income last year. He's near term 600,000. They're about to cross $500,000 probably, but if not by the end of this month, by the end of July, he'll probably be there, which is incredible because he'll hit that by the time we're at this event. Guys, make sure you're here. He's going to blow your socks off. I promise you guys are going to learn how to build a big business, and it's going to be incredible, guys. So make sure you are there. All right, so we're going to jump right into 101, guys. So as most of you know, we've been going through this 101, 201, 301 series, and we've been using all, Josh, excellent. You clicked to unmute. You don't have to unmute. Sorry. But we've been going through all of the old relentless slides, which there's nothing wrong with that, but guys, a lot of those they had old dates, they had old drawings. We're just revamping everything right now, and we're on a brand new 90-day run, right? We're 15 days into this thing today, and we're seeing a crazy amount of growth right now. And what I wanted to do is rebrand and reshoot all of these trainings as it like 2023 Zoom style training. So that way y'all can, when you go through, when you have an organization and you're leading an organization in the next 12 months or so, you got the ability to run this with a master copy that is current and slides that are current. So guys, I'm going to jump right into this thing. So I hope you guys got your notes ready. Even if you're brand new, guys, never think that you've been here long enough to not learn something, because you're going to pick something up tonight that you've never heard before. And I'm just excited to jump into this. So guys, we're going to talk about our company in Crusade. It's the 101 series, week number 1. So this is 6 weeks of training where we're going to spend about 45 minutes together on a Sunday night and just rip through this stuff and armor you guys to be able to go out into the public, talk to people about what we do, and really make a difference and make an impact. So first and foremost, guys, our company was started by a guy named Art Williams. That was the video that you all were listening to when you jumped on, those of you that were early. And it was started in 1977 by a high school football coach. And he just found a better way mathematically to do insurance and investments, because back when this happened, and still to this day, but not as bad, but back when this happened, guys, term life insurance was only about 10% of the life insurance that was sold. About 90% of it was whole life. And his dad bought a whole life insurance policy. And when he passed away unexpectedly. When he passed away, left mom behind with only $10,000 in life insurance. And then Art watched his mom struggle for a few years as he was growing up. And he was the oldest, had some younger brothers, watched them be really, honestly poor and just really struggle. And what happened was this was years later, he says, after college, he was already married in some other business. And what happened was his uncle came up to him and told him about how if his dad would have bought term insurance and invested the difference, he would have had a lot more money in life insurance. And he also would have had some investments that his wife would have been able to have as well when he passed away. And so needless to say, Art went and kind of did a little bit of research, right? And so he figured out that that's true. And he read a bunch of books. They're all referenced in the A.L. Williams Way book about life insurance and how it works. And what happened was he found out that, his uncle didn't lie to him. And so he got on mission to go and make a difference, so that way nothing else happened to him. And there's a famous quote where he says, I'll never forget, I never forgave them for what they did to my mama. He was so upset about what happened to his mother by the insurance industry that it just lit a fire under his butt, guys. And so he decided to make a difference and go do something about it. So if this would change slides, that'd be incredible. There we go. Cool. I think that's the next one. Nope. Perfect. Okay, so guys, what happened was Art Williams' parents was sold something like what's on the left. Okay, so it's a cash value, whole life, IUL, variable life, whatever. They all function similarly. I'm not going to say they're the same, but they all function very similarly. And so for the whole life insurance policy on the left-hand side, John and Mary have $100,000 in coverage, $200,000 in total premium. They've got $235 in monthly premium. That's what they are paying per month. And then the cash value that they're going to accumulate is about $75,000 by the time this is done. Not bad, right? They got a little bit of life insurance, a little bit of cash, right, Larissa? So as we walk through this, so what happens is Abe, as they go through this, there's three things that are wrong with this. The first one is that they're paying $235 a month. And over the first 3 to up to 7 years, I've seen as much as 7 years, they did not accumulate $1 in this cash value account. So Kate, this family's paying $235 a month like clockwork for 3 to 7 years. And Crystal, they don't see one dime saved up in this cash value account. Now, Abe, I'll ask you a question, bro. If you were to go open up a bank account at like Wells Fargo or Chase Bank, and they've told you that you had to put $235 a month, Brian, into this account, and after 5 years, you wouldn't have any money in it. Year 6, you'd start to see some money. Would you open that account? Everybody put in the Zoom chat. Would you open that account, or would you go to a different bank? I'm just curious. Would you open that bank account if you did not see any money for 5 years? Every month you're putting $235 in, or would you go to a different bank? You're going to a different bank. Josh said he's going to open it and give it to me. Yeah, he's going to go right to the case. Right. So guys, look, like this is what's happening out there in these policies. So that's the first problem, right? Now, again, there's more than 3 problems, but the first of 3. The second problem, Kellyanne, is that if they wanted to loan this money or use this money or borrow it, quote unquote, what are they going to have to do? Well, they're going to first of all have to contact the company, and the company is going to tell them that they have to wait up to 6 months. So the life insurance company, guys, when you take out a loan on a whole life insurance policy, can wait up to 6 months to give you the money. Did you guys know that? It's your money and your life insurance, cash value, IUL, variable, whatever. They can wait up to 6 months to give you the money. They can delay it for up to 6 months. And then on top of that, if you borrow it, you then have to pay interest back. And you're paying the interest back to the life insurance company. Now, I don't know about you, John, but I've never had to go to the bank and pay interest on my own money. That's just not something that I've ever had to do before. But for some reason, Tammy, when we throw the word life insurance with a couple other colorful words in front of it, all of a sudden we think it's somehow magic and it's logical and it makes sense. So that's the second problem. Now, the third problem is, in my opinion, the worst. So now, Devin, this family has $200,000 in life insurance, $74,000 in cash value. They're 64 years and 364 days old, and mom and dad die. Okay, now the family has to pick between $200,000 and $74,000. Guys, if you were the family and you had to pick 200 grand or $74,000, which would you pick? Type it in the Zoom chat. Were you picking 200 or 74,000? Which would you go with? I don't know about you, but I'm going to take the 200 grand all day. So if we pick the 200,000, well, now who gets to keep the 74,000? Who do you think? Let's see some guesses. Throw it in the Zoom. If you know, don't answer. Who do you think gets to keep the 74,000? The bank does, guys. They're the insurance company, who's ever holding the policy, right? So now they thought they're going to get $274,000, but in reality, they're getting a check for 200,000, but they're really not getting their they're losing their 74,000. They're netting about $126,000. So what Art Williams found out by reading and doing the math was that if you got term life insurance, the same family, they're 35 years old. You can find all the statistics and their health and whatever on POL. But this family's 35 years old when they start this policy. $82 a month for $250,000 on husband and wife, right? Now they have $500,000 in term life insurance total, and they're paying $82 a month. Now they're going to save $153 a month. Put in the Zoom chat, do you think this client is happy or upset that they're saving $153 a month and getting 2.5 times the coverage? Are they happy or are they mad? I would say they're probably pretty happy. Right now, on top of that, your investment license, because you follow the system. You get your life license, you go right into your investment license. Now, Chris, you have an investment license. You can take that $185 or $153 a month. And Carissa, you can teach them how to invest that into the right places based on the person. It's different for everybody, but based on the person, we're going to get them into an investment account at $153 a month. And you're going to make about a couple bucks off that every month, about $3 to $5, depending on your contract, in residual income. And that client then is going to build that money up until the time that they're 65 years old. And with the same dollars that they had on the left, they're now going to have $282,000. So they have $500,000 in a death benefit, Tammy, and $282,000 at 65 years old. Now let's play that same scenario through. If John and Mary die at 64 or 364 days old, Shanae, now the family's gonna have to pick between 500,000 and 282,000. Who do you think, or which one do you think the family's going with? 500,000 or 282,000? I will wait. Probably the 500 grand, right? Personally. At least I would, I don't know about you guys. I would pick 500. Only a few of you guys are going to pick the 500. The rest of you fell asleep already, I guess. But obviously we're picking the 500,000. Now with the 282,000, who gets to keep that now? Right? Because before the insurance company kept it. Now the family gets to keep it, guys. The family, the beneficiary of the account gets to keep that money. That's a huge swing in difference, not to mention the debt that we paid off and all these other things, right? So this is the rough run through. This is a little bit old. I think this is 2015, I believe, from how old this is. I couldn't find an updated, like just condensed fact sheet. But other insurance companies, guys, husband and wife are going to pay about $314.50 a month for their total life insurance of $250,000, and they're going to have an approximate cash value of $214. And so at this one with Primerica, we get them the same amount of coverage, $250,000, $10,000 on the kids for $72.75 a month. You take that $241.75 difference and you put it into mutual funds in a Roth IRA at a 10% rate of return, which is below market average for mutual funds. Their available money at tax or at 65 is 1.2 million tax free. Guys, look at that. That's crazy. That's almost 5 times. Actually, it is over 5 times the amount of cash available at 65 years old just by you doing the right thing for somebody. Ain't that something, Elliot? Right? Ain't that? It's crazy, guys. Susie Orman, a very well-known financial expert. You should only look for one type of coverage, term life, and there is another kind called cash value, which is a waste of money. Dave Ramsey, like this dude is very direct on math and very direct on finances. As a financial author, radio host, TV personality, motivational speaker, cash value life insurance is one of the worst financial products available. He says it's literally the payday lender to the middle class. Guys, this is a sheet that I found today, Cassie. I was looking through some of the actual Primerica shareholder documents. This was in the shareholder documents section of Primerica's like reports. So our middle income clients, our average household income for our clients, 78 grand a year. Their average face amount of term life policies, 260,000. I want you guys to understand for a second that now our new policies are individual people, right? So it's not 2 people on one policy anymore. It's now 1 person per policy. So that's bringing that average down a little bit, but that's still $250,000 per person right now that we have in average face value on our term life insurance policies. Our average issue age of life insurance clients, 38 years old. That number is coming down over the last couple of years, according to this article that I found. Our average initial retail mutual fund investment is $10,700. Just to do the math on that really quick, as an investment licensed district leader, that would pay you about $300 for you to help that family invest 10 grand. And assets and qualified retirement plans, if 73% of our assets are in Roth IRAs and proper investment vehicles. So according to helpadvisor.com, you can go look that up if you really want to. The average policy paid out in the industry in 2022 was $168,000. Our average face value was $260,000. I couldn't find our average paid out policy, but our average face value policy is almost $100,000 more. And when we looked at the prices earlier, it's significantly cheaper. Guys, that's incredible. That's amazing. I love that, guys. And there's 3 things I wanted to show you guys really quick right here. Is that 79% of all life insurance sold is not term life insurance. You can type that link in the bit.ly /insurist if you want to, and it'll take you straight to that link, that article that I found earlier. Guys, over $150 billion in cash value life insurance loans. You search LIMRA life insurance facts. You can find all this stuff online. Various types of whole life sales are at an all-time high right now. When you go from IULs to variable life to universal index life, all these different things, because there's so many things happening right now in the industry. And what we're doing is we're stepping in and we're doing the right thing for the client. And guys, Art wanted to put the insurance industry out of business. He hated life insurance agents. And if y'all have spent any amount of time with me looking at other life insurance policies, you guys know how much I can't stand the people in this industry, because they just do not care about their clients. They just absolutely come in here and they're just selling crap to make money. And guys, at the end of the day, like, yes, we make money off of what we do, but we're really taking care of the clients, guys. And Primerica will call you if you do something wrong and you do something you shouldn't do. Primerica is going to get a hold of you and let you know. And guys, Art found a better product and a better way. Guys, look at this. I want you to look at the advertising budgets of other companies. So State Farm had a $1.01 billion advertising budget in 2022. Geico had $1.28 billion in marketing and advertising. Progressive $1.78 billion, and New York Life $667 million. Ours was collectively less than $100,000 in total marketing. That includes all the things that get printed and sent to all the RVP offices on a monthly basis. Guys, what we're doing for clients, it brings the price down so much when we don't have to spend $1.78 billion to sit down with a client. Guys, you got to understand how impactful what we're doing really is for people, and why we do it the way that we do it, why we run a hot market referral-based system, right? So the part-time agent was and honestly still is right now in this industry an absolute revolution to what we do. Instead of outdated advertising and marketing and sales and all these other things that are like that these other companies just they lean on, like, oh, we have free leads and our leads are amazing and like all this stuff about leads. The reality is, guys, selling and off of a leads list is a race to the bottom, and you're just spending all day on the phone. This allows you to build a reputation and a relationship with your clients. And Art Williams gave part-time entrepreneurs a chance to live their dreams. Y'all know Carrie from the office in Tampa. Most of you guys have heard her speak at least a few times. They make about $60,000 to $70,000 a year right now in Primerica. They've been doing that for about 25 years. Never really had a goal or a dream to get really big, but they became RVPs, and they're completely and totally financially independent. Tammy, they're literally living on a catamaran boat right now in the Bahamas, because Kate, they've just lived below their means for a few years. They made enough money. They've invested. Guys, your dream here doesn't need to be you making $9 million a day, right? Like that doesn't need to be your dream. If your dream, Abe, is to get super rich and make a lot of money, you absolutely can do that. But the reality is, guys, if you could live a life where you didn't have to clock in and you didn't have to clock out and you didn't have to ask for permission to go to the bathroom and to go visit your family across the country, I think we could all agree that that would be a win. And that's the reality of what we're teaching you here, how to have the ability to make enough money that you don't have to go to work and have somebody else tell you what to do. Right? I'm not saying there's anything bad about your job necessarily. Now, you couldn't convince me that there's a good job out there, but I'm not trying to talk crap about your particular job. Maybe you love what you do. That's amazing. Keep doing it. But make a little bit of money that it gives you the freedom and the options. And if something happens to one of your kids or a loved one, you're not scrambling, throwing a GoFundMe up to pay for a surgery or hearing aids or braces or something, right? Get yourself to the point where you can really have the cushion and you can have the freedom to do something for you guys. And revenue minus cost equals profit. So I want you guys, everybody, real quick, type in the Zoom chat, how much overhead per month does the average Primerica agent have, do you think, if you had to guess? How much money per month is the average Primerica agent paying for overhead a month? Josh, 25 bucks, 40 bucks. 40, I'd say it's between 25 and $150 when you're an RVP and you make 150,000 or 100,000 a year, your POL is 150 a month. That's it. That's it. I mean, up $150 a month is your overhead as an RVP. For you guys, it's 25 bucks a month. If you're a regional leader, it's $40 a month for POL. That's your overhead. Everything else is profit. Show me another business that you can have a straight profit margin, like basically 100% of your income goes as profit. All you got to do is sell like one ID theft every 2 months and you pay your bills for your business. Like, guys, it's crazy to me. But I got to think about it, right? It's like, what do you got to think about? Like, what do you got? It's like basically essentially a zero cost business at the end of the day. Like you're paying for a CRM to keep in contact with people. Guys, at the gym, we made less money per month. We made less money per month at the gym. I worked way more. And we brought in less money into the business than what we bring into our own personal account now from Primerica. And out of that 13, 14,000 a month that we were bringing in, Bonita, we had to then go and take about 10,000 of that and pay our coaches, pay our insurances, pay this, pay that, pay rent, pay the utilities. Guys, this is a straight profit business model. Like you can come in here, really suck at this business, sell one policy a year and cover your PLL costs. It's crazy to me, guys. It's straight profit. There's 4 ways that you can make money, not 3 ways, sorry, 4 ways that you can make money. Guys, first off, we got 100% off of one income. What that means is it's you at your job. So you times the hourly wage that your job or the annual salary at your job is your income. Your time equals your money. You have no leverage. You're an employee. Okay, cool. The world needs employees, 100%. I'm with you there. Like we need people to check out our protein cookies at 7-Eleven. I get you. Trust me. Amber, I'm with it. But the reality is most people don't want to be there. That's just where they've found themselves. Right now, the second thing, next best, is that you own your job. So your time gets you maybe a little bit more money, but now you have the responsibility of rent, payroll, stuff like that. You still don't have any leverage because now you're trading time for money, and you're starting over every day at zero because you're essentially a salesperson. This is like a lawyer, an insurance agent, right? An insurance agent, not somebody building an insurance business. Difference. A real estate agent, a car salesman. Guys, these people, they're trading their time for money still, and now they have overhead. Okay, now 1% off of 100 means it's you times your people equals your income. This is a business owner. You own a system, you own a organization. You're leveraging time of other people and yourself for income. Guys, if you have a job right now, someone is doing that to you right now. They're leveraging your time to make them more money, because Shanae, here's the fact. If you were costing your boss money, you would not have a job anymore. Does everybody understand what I'm getting at right here? Like if you weren't bringing in more than $14 an hour to your boss's bottom line, you would not have a job. That's business. That's math. There's nothing wrong with that. That's very normal. Okay, so don't get mad at me don't shoot the messenger here. It's just true. So the last option is an investor. You take your money and you put your money somewhere, and your money works for you and comes back with more of those same things. You send out $10 bills and 12 come back. Okay, that is an investor. That is a good problem. I think we could all agree. Your income is not dependent on your presence. So guys, if you had to pick, would you rather be on the left or the right-hand side of this little diagram here? Drop it in the Zoom chat. Would you rather be on the left or the right? Right. I was waiting for somebody to say left. No one said left. Awesome. So you'd rather be on the right. So you got to start thinking like a business owner and not like an employee. Right. And that's really what this whole 101 series is designed to do. Help you think like a business owner on the right-hand side. Right. We definitely want you guys to be on the right-hand side, and we're going to teach you that. Now, Primerica has a 47-year track record of success, and anything worthwhile is going to have critics, and so are you guys. Let's be honest. Like when I started my gym, I had people telling me I shouldn't do that. When I started a second gym, I had people telling me I shouldn't do that. When I had my online personal training business, I had people telling me I shouldn't do that. When I started this, I had people telling me I shouldn't do it. Guys, look, at the end of the day, Amber, you just got to make a decision that no one else is paying your mortgage, right? And it comes down to you to pay your rent. And if you're happy doing it, and hey, like you see a possibility and it allows you, it gives you the vision to be able to dream again, John, and think about being somebody you're proud of and get excited, and you wake up and you're excited and you want to be doing this and you find impact in what you're doing, then freaking just do it. Who cares? As long as it's legal, moral, and ethical, just do the thing that makes you happy. But you also got to do the thing that works. You guys have all heard, like, do what makes you happy and you're never going to work a day in your life. I saw a post the other day and it said something along the lines, Larissa, of do what makes you happy and you're going to work harder than you've ever worked because you have a purpose and you have a desire to actually make a difference. And I think that is the most true statement that I've ever heard in regards to something like that. Because here's the truth. I could work all day long, Brian, and I don't feel like I worked 1 minute. It's crazy. Like now there's some things that I don't like. Don't get me wrong. There's like back office paperwork. I'm allergic, right? Cassie spreadsheets. I can't do it unless it's the docs. Like I'm allergic to it. I'll break out in hives, Angie. It's impossible. But when it comes to coaching you guys and spending time on these calls and pouring into you and answering your questions and helping you guys, like I am all for it. And I'll spend hours on this thing with you guys. And I'll catch myself answering your messages at 11 o'clock at night, laying in my bed, just thinking about what we're building and what this is going to be in 2 years, just excited about the business. And people are going to look at you and they're going to tell you like, you're crazy. Like, how are you doing this? Are you still doing this all day long? Right? Yes. Like I'm doing this. Yes. Very focused with intentional time at a high capacity because I was doing it somewhere else. And I love that also. And I've switched my passion. There's nothing wrong with that. Guys, here's the one thing y'all probably already heard, or you might have maybe thought this yourself. I don't know. But it's Primerica pyramid scheme, guys. And I'm going to just address this head on because here's the reality. The way a pyramid scheme works, the way direct sales, multi-level marketing, whatever, when it works like this, right? The scam is you're spending $300 to join the pyramid. There's no product exchanged. Okay, that is a pyramid scheme. You get 5 people to join, $300 a piece. You make 100 off each person. All the money goes to the upline of the sign-up fee and of the monthly whatever that you got to pay for. Someone's getting paid off of your subscription to just be there. And all those people that they join, they all got to join 5. And when everybody does this and blah, 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 all these different stipulations, but it's never based on a product sold. Okay, here's a reality, guys. You can have your POL, which is your $25 a month thing, turned off. Okay, and you can still get paid. You don't need to have that on. Now, I wouldn't suggest turning that off because then you have to mail in actual real life physical paper applications. That sounds terrible, but you can if you want to. But that $25 a month gives you access to Primerica Online, so you can do all of that. Outside of that, you have no monthly cost. Your money that you pay for is for licensing. Once you go on a couple training appointments, you get appointed and you get your money back, right? And what are you saying, Lynette? Yeah, and you need it for your bonus. That's right. You do need your POL on for your bonus. Thank you, Lynette. Well, that's here to fact check me. She's the fact checker. So thank you, Lynette. We love you. But guys, so look, this is reality. That's how it works. Every organization is structured like this. Okay, so if my thing would change slides, that would be incredible. That would be awesome. Let's see if it's going to work. I don't know why I'm getting stuck. Hold, please, Brian. Don't freak out, Brian. Don't call the police. I'm okay. There we go. All right. So every organization is structured like this. There's a CEO, right? And under the CEO, there's presidents. Under the presidents, there's vice presidents or middle management or upper management, excuse me. Then you have middle managers, team leaders, and supervisors, store managers, etc. And you have hardworking employees, the people that are standing at the register cashing people out. Does that look familiar? Does that look like anyone else's structure at your current job? And guys, the reality is this is just how business works. The owner of the business is generally not going to be the one out there mowing everybody's lawn. That's just not how that is not how business works. They hire people to go and mow lawns so they can focus on growing the business. Guys, that is just business. When I had my gym, I hired trainers and I put them into places where they could then take over the sales and the programming, and they could take over coaching and onboarding people. Why? So I could leverage my time and build relationships with people that would bring more people into the gym or bring partnerships that would give more exposure to the business. That's just how it works. Right? And guys, think about it like this. If you own a McDonald's, or like, when was the last time, I guess I'll ask the question a different way. When was the last time that you walked into McDonald's and you saw the owner of the McDonald's standing at the register, taking your order and putting your fries in the bag? I would guess probably never. Now, maybe it's happened. I'm sure it's happened before, but generally speaking, right? When was the last time that happened? I don't see that happen very often. Now, here's the other reality. There's a coffee shop right by my house. It's called The Grind. It's not the Coffee Barrel anymore. I've been out of Holt for too long. For those of you that know what I'm talking about, God bless. But there's one right here called The Grind in Tampa, literally right behind my house. And, you know, when I think about it, I go in there and the owner of that store is in there every day. And Angie, what's wrong with that picture is as a business owner, she's not really leveraging her time. She's limited on growth capacity. She's very limited on what she's able to do as a business. Why? Because she can only be in one place at one time. No, you never saw the governor come into the prisons, right? It's the same. It's that's funny, but it's the same concept, right? Like you do the dirty work and you get paid the least. It is what it is. And guys, there's negative things all over the internet. You can find negative reviews for literally anything. 99% of the time, when you see a negative review for Primerica, it's going to be somebody that started the business and didn't get licensed and never got paid. 9 times, I would say 99 times at least out of 100, that's the case. And almost every time, and those of you that have been around for a while and you've been on appointments with people that have been in Primerica before, how many times have you asked, hey, have you ever heard of Primerica before? And they say, yes, I have. And it's like, cool. Did you ever get licensed? What do they always say? No, right? Oh, my mom tried Primerica. Did she ever get licensed? No. Like, I don't think so. Right? Oh, I went to like 2 meetings and then I quit. Okay, well, that's generally like if you only went to 2 regular job meetings and then you quit, you're probably not going to get paid very much either. Like, it's just a reality, right? And guys, it's just funny because in this business, you create your income, you create your reality, you create what's real for you, and what comes into your bank account is a direct result of your skill set and your ability to help people. You want to make more money? Get better with people, get better at problem solving, answer questions better, become a better version of the person looking at the Zoom camera right now and watching this meeting. You become better, you're going to make more money every single time. Guys, Primerica is a huge self-development program with a very high back-end compensation program. If you're willing to show up and you're willing to put the work in on the person that you see in the mirror every day, if you're willing to do that, if you're willing to go to work and get better, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you're going to be a completely different person. Somebody that's proud of who you see in the mirror. Somebody that shows up and you can count on you because you know that if you say it, it's going to get done. Guys, I know that if I say something's going to happen, it's going to happen. Right, Brian? Now, it might take 10 years longer, right? It might take 5 years longer for us to get where we want to get in the business. And at the end of the day, that's fine because I'm going to see through what I said is going to happen. Right. And I know, Devin, that nothing's going to be able to pull me off of that, because I'm focused and I know what I'm building for my family, right? And the reality is you have to be willing to be that person that's going to show up for yourself. And like I said, there's negative things on the internet, but I want to show you all these other companies and their stocks. Now, obviously, like when we're looking at stock prices, there's a lot of factors that go into this, but y'all know these companies, right? These prices were from a few weeks ago. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't go back and reclose or retake pictures of all of these. These were all on June 9th. So actually exactly 1 month ago. And this was our stock today when I took a picture of it, the top price. Okay. And a month ago, I took this picture right here. So these are not the same. Okay. These are not from the same day. But the top picture is our current price. We had an all-time high on Friday of $202. Okay. We had an all-time high of $202 yesterday, or today's Friday, sorry. And these are our top shareholders: Vanguard, BlackRock. You ever heard of either of those companies, right? Wells Fargo is like down here a little bit. I forget exactly where they're at, but there's these massive companies that are asset management companies that hold big percentages of our company. Why? Because what we do is right. They invest in companies that are solid and stable and growing. BlackRock and Vanguard would not be purchasing Primerica stocks if we weren't onto something. Guys, we have a massive distribution company. A lot of you guys think that you work for an insurance company, you work for a distribution company. I'll just be real with you. You work for a financial distribution company, insurances, investments, right? Wills, prepaid legal services, managed money, 401ks, mortgages. Guys, you have so much at your fingertips. If you think all you're doing is life insurance, you're massively missing the boat. Everyone can benefit from what we do in some capacity. Save on home and auto, get a will, save on life insurance, investments, right? All these different avenues that we have. But if you're only thinking life insurance, that is like fishing in the ocean with one fishing pole. Like you might catch something and don't get me wrong, you might catch something big and it might be good and you might make a little bit of money on it. But at the end of the day, there's all these other things with different types of bait that you could be throwing out there and you could be utilizing and catching, and you could be making money in so many different avenues, but you're just focused on trying to catch the cod, but there's all these other fish around you. Right. And it takes you time to learn this. You're not going to learn all these things right away, but just understand that you're in the distribution business. You're not in the insurance business. You're not in the in the investment business. You're not in the mortgage business. You're not in the home and auto business or the health insurance business. You're in the distribution business. Guys, type distribution in the Zoom chat really quick, because I promise you, the person that has the most licensed agents will make the most money every time. Every time. The person that recruits the most people is going to make the most money every time. Why? Distribution. Would you rather have one Coke machine or 100 Coke machines? I'll let you pick. 100. Why? Distribution. Guys, it's a distribution business. Don't overthink this thing. We're teaching you how to build distribution. Every licensed agent that you have as an RVP is going to pay you $1,000 a year in override. I want you to think about that for a second. You put the work in and you do what you say you're going to do, and you get to RVP, Abe, you're going to make $100 or $1,000 a year with every licensed agent that you recruit on your team. How many licensed agents do you want on your team? I want all of them. I don't know about you guys. And here's the reality. If they're licensed, they have the ability to make as much money as they want to. And with the system that we teach, Larissa, it's very easy for somebody who is not below average in sales, below average in talking to people, below average in customer service ability to come in with a life insurance license and make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. And for most people, especially right now with today's economy, that would be life-changing. I think we could all agree on that. And our system is so simple that if you're just dumb enough to show up every day, do what we say, follow the process, give it like 5 to 10 hours a week and really develop your skills. And I say dumb enough in a nice way because I was dumb enough to do it too. But if you're dumb enough to listen to what I have to say, right, and you're willing to actually put the time in to pay a little bit of a price to learn how to do this, you're going to have a skill that's going to pay you $1,000+ a month for the rest of your life if you just do what you need to do. Put in a little bit of intentional effort. Some of you guys are way more committed to your Rocket League than you are to this, or to your volleyball league on Thursdays than you are to your business that's going to pay for your kids' college if you just do what you need to do. Some of you guys are way more committed to your Netflix series, or to The Office, or to your friends whatever, or to this or to that, or to all these different things that in all reality, if you chopped out 1 hour of the week and stopped missing training, you'd catch a golden nugget that would set you free over time. That when you start to implement it and you make the decision, your life changes. Guys, it's crazy. We have an A+ rating in the Better Business Bureau for our headquarters and the way that we take care of clients. Guys, and I think this is the last slide. It might not be, but I think this is. Don't take advice from people that are not living your dream life. Listen, guys, like how many people do you know that are like skeptical of literally everything? You're like, dude, I got this amazing lottery ticket, or I opened up a bank account at Chase Bank down the road. They're like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe you would trust Chase Bank. Like, what do you mean? Chase? They're like giant, it's a huge bank. Like, what are you skeptical about? Why are you skeptical? It happens all over the place. Just don't take advice from those people and get yourself away from that market of people. I'm just being honest, right? Like, you don't have to like that. But if you stay where you are and you keep acting like you do, you're going to always get what you've always got. You are a perfect reflection of your choices up until this moment in time in your life. If you went back and you did everything the same again, you'd end up exactly where you're at. And the only person that has the ability to change that, Halo, is you. You're the only one that has the ability to start thinking different, to start acting different, to show up different, to do what you say. You're the only person that has the ability to get licensed and learn skills that are going to pay you money and then get you. I mean, honestly, like even if you never went through with this and you got the license, but you only made a couple $100 a month, but then you went and you took the skills, Elian, that we teach you here, and you decided to go somewhere else for whatever reason. If you did that, you would have marketable skills that would pay you more money than what you're making right now at your job. Sales, leadership. You'd be able to tell somebody, hey, I did $10,000 a month in sales for 3 years at an insurance company while I was in college. That's a pretty big deal. I led a team of 10 licensed agents for 2 years. And I did it on my own time. Like, I wasn't have to punch a clock. Like, that stuff is marketable skills. And I want you guys to understand how important it is that you take seriously what it is that you have the ability to do here, guys, because there's so many people that come into Primerica and just don't realize what they have their hands on. And you guys have the ability right now. You have a very engaged leader. Like, I'm not trying to like toot my own horn right now, but there are so many people in Primerica that half-ass this thing, and it drives me freaking nuts. But like, we're on it right now. Like, we're putting together a huge run. I was looking, Angie, and I'm not saying this to brag, but from July of last year to December of last year, we made about $36,000. Okay, not bad. but our income was definitely on the downward trend because we just weren't doing what we needed to do. From July or January until June of this year, we've made like 89 grand. It's like almost, it was actually, I think it was a little more than 37 on the first half. Anyway, it was almost exactly double in 6 months. If you have a clock, or if you have a job, you have to punch a clock. I want you to go into your boss and ask for him to double your income, him or her to double your income tomorrow, and see how that goes over. It is not going to work very well for you. I will tell you that. And I always joke and I say, if you do that, then just come back tomorrow and show up to training at 8 o'clock because you're not going to have a job anymore. And you're going to actually have to put the work in here, and then you'll double your income. The problem is, and I'm almost done on that, I promise. I know I'm going a little over. It'll be okay, I promise. But the problem that I tell people this all the time, the reason I think that we were so successful right out the gate in Primerica was because we had no other options. Like, we were going to lose everything. We were going to lose the house. It was going to be a foreclosure. We were going to lose our business. Like, we saw this, and I had to make 5 grand in 60 days, period. If I didn't, it was over. Financially, it was destitute. It was going to be terrible. The problem with most of the people that are on this call right now is you have other options. And I'm not saying to quit your job. That's not what I'm saying. Don't hear me saying something I'm not telling you. Don't go quit your job with no plan. But that backup plan that we have, that is our current main source of income, that is the thing that is keeping you from getting big, Josh. That thing, Angie, is the thing stopping you from making 100 grand a year, right? We're missing great for something good, right? We're missing being significant, right? We're missing having significance and being somebody we're proud of, for the false sense of security at a job that you're replaceable for. Freaking tomorrow you can walk in and get fired. Unless I do something real dumb or Lynette tells on me, I'm not losing my Primerica business, right? Lynette, don't tell the clients, please. But I'm just kidding. But guys, look, like, here's the truth. Like, you have a decision to go and build something that you can be proud of, that one day you can share with your kids. And guys, I don't know if you saw a reel. I put up a reel 2 days ago with my daughter, and I would encourage you all to do this. And I'm going to end with this because Taylor and I are on a 90-day run right now. I'm actually going to, let me grab this real quick. Hold, please. So we have this little jar. Okay, I've talked about this before. We have this little jar, and on this jar are things written by a 5-year-old. Let me find, not all of them, but most of them. So like that one says Life app. Okay, so Life app. This one says Recruit. So now what happens, Angie, is I go on an appointment, and immediately after, Freya's standing like right here after she hears me not talking anymore. She will probably come down the stairs in a minute, and she'll ask me, what do I need to put in the jar? Because every time, only one a day, but every time that we close something, whether it be a Life app, a new recruit, a new licensed agent, we do three presentations or get 10 prospects, she gets to put that in the jar for the day, and it holds me accountable to actually do the crap I need to do every day. Right. And then it also gets her bought in because she knows that at the end of this 6 months that we're putting together right now, we're going to go to Hawaii, and we're going to be number 1 or number 2 in our category, depending on if we're in the same trip as Andy, which we probably will be. But we're going to get to go, and we're going to show up, and we're going to get number 1 and number 2 in the categories. We're going to get the recognition, and we're going to take that's going to be the first trip that we take our kids on with Primerica. And it's going to be to Hawaii, and it's going to be on the Primerica's dime. And guys, listen, like, y'all have the ability to win that, to be a part of that, to go there and celebrate that with us. And that's what we're doing, all of these different things right now to help you guys push to the Hawaii trip. That's why we're doing Universal. That's why we're rebranding everything. That's why we're putting all this effort in this. We want you guys to be a part of that. I'm so proud of what this team is doing right now. And the start of this 90-day run that we're doing right now with this Universal trip has been incredible. Guys, I'm super excited for where we're going. I really hope that this was impactful for you guys. I hope that you heard something tonight that lit your butt on fire. Even those of you that have been around forever. And guys, I'm super excited for where we're going. I will see